Well, welcome back guys. Apologies that I haven't done a video for a little while as normal life gets in the way, and I've had an absolute stinking cold as well. It's only recently just shifted. Raging headache, sore throat, you name it, but you don't want to know about all that. Anyway, I've had a number of questions, and apologies that I haven't answered straight away regarding should you start changing baits at this time of year. Now, I'm going to tell you what I've been doing over the past sort of couple of months. Now, sort of late spring and obviously throughout the summer and early autumn months, I've been using the Red Sea Squid. It's a high protein bait and it's got a higher oil content within that bait. But what I've been doing over the past sort of 6 to 8 weeks is I've been introducing another bait along with it. So throughout my session and more importantly when I leave, that I've got another bait in with the bait that I've been using throughout the year, if that makes sense. So I've been using the Red Sea Squid, as I said. I've also been introducing the RG Baits Vitalac in with it. So when I finally do change over, the work's already been done. The fish are used to seeing it, the fish are used to eating it, so I'm not going to be struggling. I'm going to be one step ahead of maybe some others that have done it too late in the season. So those are the sort of factors that I would look at. Also, you need to look at water temperatures as well. Anything normally below sort of 10 degrees, I steer clear of a sort of proper dedicated fish meals. There is fish meals out there that are more soluble, but as I said, I've been sticking more so with what I've been catching on throughout the year, and I haven't changed at all until sort of around about now. I mean, the water temperature was only around about 12 degrees the other day when I took it, so it's going to be that sort of time where I start removing the fish meal totally out of my angling and just sticking with the Vitalac then throughout the whole of the sort of winter period. Right, so I hope that sort of helped a little. If it hasn't, drop a comment below. Also, I've had a couple of messages as well regarding hook baits. Do I use fluoros? And the answer to that is yes, I do, but I tend to use fluoros sort of around about sort of end of January, February, when it really starts to get a bit tough and I'm fishing more of single hook baits. But at the moment I tend to use more pastel type colours. And what I mean by pastel type colours, I've got the RG Baits 365. Now these are all, there's a variety of colours in there. There's a pastel yellow, there's a pastel pink and a white. So you've got a choice of colours, whatever you want. I fish a lot of silty Mias, so I tend to use more of the whites, but I also take notice of, for me anyway, it's a personal preference, but I don't go much bigger than a 14 mil. I tend to keep my hook baits quite small, sort of 12, 13 mil. These are 13.5s. These are the white. As I said, I fish a lot of silty Mias, and I think the white stands out a little bit more on the lake bed. And these are the Current and Spice. I've not used these a great deal, but I have had a few fish on them. And as I said, when it really starts to get a little bit difficult, then I'll move over to, you might want some sunglasses for these, sort of really high vis pinks, and the yellows as well, the real high vis yellow. Now these aren't like a real high vis, if you like. Those are probably about as bright as I would go, but you can get brighter than that. I know people that do use those. Also, you want maximum attraction, very little food as well. That's one thing I will point out. So you can get your dedicated pop-ups. Now, if you're using liquids, please go sparingly with the liquids, because you will reduce the buoyancy of your pop-ups. Now, I've seen guys in the past, I've looked, their pop-ups have been swimming in it. They're not going to be pop-ups any longer. They're probably going to be a wafter or a bottom bait, because they've been swimming in it for forever, and they've taken on that much liquid they can't take on anymore. So go sparingly with it. I haven't done these yet, but I will quickly demonstrate on what I do when I start using liquids in with my pop-ups. So these are the Currant and Spice. I'll just take the top off. I get the dedicated booster sprays, and I literally just 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. I don't put any more in than that. Put the lid back on. And then just give them a shake. Make sure that that liquid's dispersed around all the baits, like so. Leave them alone. Once they've taken all that liquid in, or that attraction, you can add more if you so wish to. What I tend to do is, before I cast out, I tend to give them a bit of a boost, maybe 5 minutes or so, while I'm getting other things organised, just to let that bait sort of soak in a little bit more before I cast out. But I don't go mad with liquids. You can do exactly the same with the goose, but again, you just want to be going, use the Supremes, don't use the heavier ones, like the Smoke or the Power Smoke. So if you're using the Supremes, they will really draw that in. Again, you don't need a lot, just put a light coating on them, give them a shake, leave them alone. Ideally sort of a few days before you go. You can do it on the day you go if you wish to, but they won't be as effective. I tend to do them a few days before. I am hoping to get out over the next week or two, and hopefully reap some rewards, because as I said, I've been really poorly. I haven't managed to even get out yet. Excuse me. So I didn't want to make myself any worse than I already was, so hopefully I can put a fish or two on the bank. But anyway, with regards to the questions, I hope that's cleared it up a little bit. If it hasn't, stick a comment below. I'll always answer. If there's anything else that you want any help with regards to hook baits, to maybe tackle that you're thinking of purchasing, I will try and help the best way that I can. So until next time, guys, be lucky. I hope you have a great sort of autumn, early winter, and hope you all get stinky nets as well. So until next time, guys, cheers.